I've been noticing some things. Like as I watch videos, I scroll through social media. I only have like TikTok, I have YouTube, and as I scroll through and I see a lot of women who are in my age range, probably between like 25 and 30 years old, I'm starting to see a trend of women encouraging other women to be single, to to focus on getting their money and focus on getting things done as far as their career and stuff like that. And I just want to say that that ideology that you should be chasing a dollar and should be I saw a video of a girl. She was in a big old house, right? A 7 bedroom house with everything, all the amenities that a house that big will offer. And she did a video of her walking around her house. And she said in the video, the reason why I am where I am is because I decided not to wait on having a husband and children. And then she also mentioned that she had a prayer room in this house. So I'm like, you're a woman who believes in the scriptures, right? You're a woman who has faith, yet somehow in the same life, you are still being rebellious. You're not following the scriptures as the scriptures say, because nowhere in the scriptures is a righteous woman going to be left alone. Is going to be left to fend for herself and stay in big old houses by herself and have no protection and no provision that can be given to you from a man. Like at the end of the day, when you're 35, 40 years old and you've built this big industry for yourself and you've built all this wealth for yourself and you've accomplished all these things, you're going to be alone. And I don't know if enough women are really thinking about the future in that way, because being forward thinking, having forethought, um, is a quality that typically men have, and women typically live in the past and in the right now, and dictate things based upon their emotions, which emotions are constantly fleeting. So it's like, I just wonder, have women really sat and thought about how what they're doing now is going to affect them later on in life? And as we get older, our value, when it comes to what a man values, which is purity, innocence, a woman who doesn't have a lot of experience, somebody who can be protected and provided for. As you get older as a woman, you begin to lose those things. You lose your innocence. You lose the necessity, like the need to be protected and provided for, because you've been independent so long. Like, I just think that this ideology is very detrimental to women. And I think that if we don't change our minds about the way that we're viewing ourselves and what's important to ourselves as women, like education, degrees, making more money, being equal to the man, feminism, all of these ideologies are like what is bringing women down right now. Like, I saw a podcast where the woman was like, why are men spreading so much hate towards women? Why are men having all these opinions about women and seeming like they don't like women anymore? Well, it's because women are not what men are looking for right now. This is why men are leaving. This is another reason why the passport bros is even a thing, because women are not being what men need them to be. So we can't put it all on the men as women. Like, I went through this personally. I went through a very hard period in my life where I had to become accountable, where I had to realize that it's not everybody else, it's me. That if my life is going in a cycle, if it seems like I keep dating the same kind of men, if it seems like I keep getting the same results, it's not everybody else, it's me. And so once I start being accountable, I was able to look at the other characteristics that I have, like my character, like how I am as a person and how I deal with people, how I deal with men in particular. Like, I had a hatred for men. And it's like I had to figure out where that came from. I had to do some healing. And I needed a man to help me to do that. So while there are so many women trying to create, a separation between us and the man, it's like we still need the man at the end of the day for everything that it is that we're trying to do. And when you are, like I said, 35, 40 years old, you're about to hit the wall, you can't have children no more. You can't bring nothing really of value to a relationship because you're rebellious, you're disrespectful, you don't know how to talk to a man, you don't know how to take correction. It's like when you get to that point, what do you do? I just want my fellow women to, before they even get to that point, to begin to evaluate ourselves, begin to evaluate what can you do. Men are leaving this country. They're running away from women in this country because they cannot get what it is that they truly desire. Submission, respect, loyalty, these are all qualities, especially if you're a woman of faith, a woman who has a belief system that's supposed to be based in the scriptures. You are supposed to be like Sarah. You are supposed to be submissive to the man. And it's like, we're never going to get anywhere. We're never going to get past this hump of misunderstanding on both ends until we see that. And men, we need men to heal us. We need men to not be given up so easily. There are women who are willing, and as long as a woman is willing, you may have to go through a couple of years of reprogramming. Have you ever seen a computer with a virus on it? Like, you put the antivirus stuff on there, but you have to continue the maintenance of it for the rest of the duration of the computer if you're going to keep that computer, or you're going to have to get a new one. So it's like this mindset that's in this country, this modern mindset, because America ain't nothing but Babylon all over again. So there's wickedness abound, and the woman is very susceptible, especially when she doesn't have a man to give her that covering and that protection. She's on social media all day. Her mind is getting filled with all these unrealistic ideas and furthering the delusion that she already has, or the trauma that she has and she hasn't healed. So it's like, men, we need you to not be so quick to run away when you encounter a difficult woman. I'm not saying give it 5, 10 years. I'm saying give it a year or two. And if you see that she's willing, just love her back to health. Especially women of color. I'm talking about black women specifically. Just look at what we've been through throughout history, and you will see that we need some help. We both do on both sides. So it's like the woman needs to be willing to put her will aside and submit, and the man needs to be willing to be that husband, be that man who's going to provide and lead and know how to make decisions and have a clear vision. Like, we need each other. And right now, it kind of seems like a state of emergency. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much separateness, and it's not healthy because men need women and women need men. We need each other. We were made for each other. So it's like we got to get it together at some point. We cannot let America and this place, this Babylon that we're in, continue to break up the family archetype and break up the man being a leader in the household, because there's nothing wrong with that. Women, we have our power in other places. Our submission, do you know when you're a submissive woman what a man will do for you? How he will be with you? Like, all of these things that they project on social media are not real. I encourage my sisters to get off of social media, like especially Instagram. Stop gratifying yourself with pictures and posting stuff. Who cares if other people like what you're doing and what you look like? Start living in the real world, looking at yourself in the mirror and facing your demons and the things that you need to heal and the things that you need to correct. Don't be afraid of criticism. It's not somebody attacking you. I used to think just somebody telling me something about myself was them trying to attack me, trying to you know, make me change when I needed to change. Change is good. And if it's uncomfortable, that means it's working. It's not supposed to be comfortable. It's very saddening to see 25-year-olds, 28-year-olds encouraging other women to be single and to focus on their career and focus on their education, because that is not what really matters as a woman. As a woman, your most important gift that you were given is to be a wife and a mother, to be a helper to a man, to bring his vision to life. You are literally a creator. Anything that a man gives you, you bring life to. Any seed that he plants in you, you create something new and something that is more than what it was before. This is a power. And it's like we're using our power for evil right now. And I just really hate to see it. I hope that we get it together. And I don't know what else to say about it. I've been seeing it too much lately. I've been seeing too much, of the men just being tired and the women not trying hard enough. And I just hope that everything begins to change.